Guys, what we have in this place is tomatoes. As you can see, these tomatoes, they are of different size. Take note, this one here is about 3 weeks, while this one here is about 2 weeks. And the reason I've not yet transplant this one from the general nursery is because this one is not giving me any issue yet. Why I did transplant of these tomatoes not up to these 3 weeks is because the rain wanted to spoil the nursery over there where I showed you the pepper. Because if you can look at the background here, it's a different background, and so I have to do a transplant into individual segments. You understand? And this stage is called the grower stage. The grower stage is from where you nurture it before you go to plant on the feed, where or inside buckets or any place you have prepared for it to be planted. You understand? In as much as that place is prepared for your planting. Fine and said. So let's go on. Yeah, the uh, uh, the tomatoes has grown already. You can see it very high, and if you come closer, you still see here this pepper. You see this one here is still pepper. I still have nursery of pepper. I've not done transplant. So I'm going to be showing you now on how to transplant pepper to from one stage to another stage, because here is the nursery. Now I want to do transplant. In the case you want to do your transplant, it's very easy, very easy. Like I told you, look for a pure water sachet, cut it, and then the sand you use for your nursery, put it into the pure water sachet before you start your transplanting. Now I want to show you one or two example on how to transplant your tomatoes. It's the same thing. Pepper, tomatoes is the same process they go through. Just that, like I told you previously, is the time duration for their growth that differs. You understand? But their transplant, their planting is the same. And two, before I go into that transplanting, let me still tell you one or two things here. When you are doing this nursery also, you can still plant it one by one into all this pure water sachet if you have enough space. Fine. I'm trying to manage space. That is why I did it like this. But if you have enough space, you just look for this pure water sachet like this. Many. Then do somewhere like that is shady for it for your nursery stage. You understand? So that sun, rain, water will not go there to destroy what you have planted. You understand? So let's go to the nursery, the transplant stage. Now, when you want to transplant, this is the normal soil. You have to break your hand. You have to take your hand into it. You have to take your hand into it down to uproot it. Yes, yes. So that, because any if you damage the roots of the tomatoes, it will die when you transplanting it. So you have to be very careful. So look at it. You see, I've successfully removed one from the nursery. So I want to now put it into the pure water sachet before I will now leave this one for the next 1 or 2 weeks to observe it if it's okay before I will take this one to the feed. So before I will take this one to the feed, I will still show you how you are going to put it. At that time, you're not going to remove it from inside this place. You understand? So I'll show you. Let me finish with this one first before I will now show you how you take it and put it on the ground when you want to plant it or inside your bucket. All right, go. So now when you want to put it into this pure water sachet, you still also need to use your finger to open the soil. You understand? You open it already, the sand of the nursery is on this one. You understand? So what you do, the roots, look at the roots, they are not cut. You understand? All of them are intact. The way I used my hand to remove it, and you see the sand is not thick. You understand? It's not red sand or clay sand. Just normal soil sand I use that is mixed with decomposed fowl drop. So when you want to put it, gently you drop it into the hole. You stand, then you cover it. With this, you have successfully done one transplant. So let's try another one. I pulled out about three of them. So let's go to another one carefully. You have to separate it from the roots. You see, separate it, and then take another sachet again. I dip my hand to create hole to put it. Then I go again like this. Okay, I've done that one already, and this is all I can say about the pepper and tomatoes planting or and the nursery stage, the process you go through before you get to the feed. And then once you can get this correctly, planting it on the field will not be difficult. And then lastly, before I forget, I told you after you put it into this sachet here like this, when you want to transplant to your bucket or feed where you want it permanently before it start producing for you, what you will do, just take it like this. Look for um this piece of lead, just cut it, cut it. You understand? After cutting it, then you lower it. Already you have prepared the whole. Look at the whole this thing you carry. You just put it inside, just put it and cover it. So with that one, you leave it like that, cover the surface. You understand? Then that one is done for that. So I think for now I'm done with pepper and tomatoes planting and nursery stage. Thank you.